All right, before we get into tonight's conversation, let me put you up on what I got going on right now. I just dropped a new extended play called Live from the VIP section. That project is exactly what it sounds like. That's me on stage with the coldest band breathing, VSOP, letting the music breathe the way it's supposed to. My new album, Smoking Word, is out right now. That's grown talk, bars with scars on them, years of pressure, discipline, and perspective put into sound. Both projects are released on my own label, Palace Records. Ownership, independence, control, everything intentional. You can listen on all major DSPs. And don't forget, hit that follow button on the podcast so you don't miss what's next. Now let's get into it. Oh yeah, shout out to my homeboy DC. I had a good time last night celebrating his birthday. Shout out to my homie, man, real solid dude. You tune into another episode of After Hours at Hustle Line. Pull up to the spot. You already know what it is. Welcome back to After Hours at Hustlers Lounge. Pull up a chair. Tonight ain't about haters. It's about fear dressed up like advice. It's about folks who too scared to begin their own dream, but quick to coach you from the cheap seat. Funny thing about the game, it's always the ones watching from the bleachers who got the most to say about how it's played. They can't put $1 on themselves, but tell you crazy for putting 10,000 on you. And I ain't talking just money, I'm talking time, reputation, the quiet years, the lonely nights. That's a bet too, the highest one. Let me break it down simple. There's two kinds of people out here, spectators and players. Spectators got opinions. Players got outcomes. Spectators talk odds. Players live them. Spectators love commentary. Players pay the cover charge. And it's always the folks that never bought a ticket to their own life sitting up real loud in your comments like they courtside. They'll say, be realistic, when they really mean be like me. They'll say, take your time, when they really mean sit still. They'll say, wait for the right moment, when they ain't practiced a single day for when that moment comes. Listen to me. Comfort make critics bold. Distance make them brave. It's easy to call a play when you ain't gotta run it. It's easy to say, I would've, when you never will. Underneath the critic be a simple thing, fear. Fear is losing faith. Fear of losing friends. Fear of losing money. And the loudest critics be coming from folks who already lost themselves and ain't ready to admit it. Broken men hand out warnings like flyers. Don't try that. Don't risk that. Don't move there. Don't post that. Don't dream that big. They sound cautious, but they're really confessing where they quit. And if you listen too long, you'll borrow their ceiling and call it wisdom. I'm going to tell you something I learned the hard way. Some advice ain't wisdom. It's worry. Some guidance ain't guidance. It's guilt talking. And some I care about you is really, I want you to stay where I can still feel taller than you. Now let's talk numbers. Since everybody loves numbers, you say you finna put 10,000 on the table. Invest in gear, product, a course, inventory, studio time, a run of books, a pop-up tour, and whatever is in your lane. Folks who ain't never spent $100 on themselves gonna call you reckless. They see a risk. You see a runway. They count costs. You count seasons. They ask, what if it don't work? You ask, what if it do and I wasn't ready? That's the difference. Players build for if it do. Spectators prepare speeches for if it don't. See, I know the price. The money hurt, yeah, but the real cost is faith. I remember when I was in my own quiet season, stacking up, minding mine. I told somebody close, I'm about to put this down on my vision. A real budget, real plan, real push. They said, man, don't be foolish. Times are hard. Just do the free stuff and pray it catch. I looked at them and said, I've been doing free. Free already cost me years. Sometimes faith look like wire transfer in a timeline. Sometimes belief look like paid in full when it's just you and a receipt. And ask yourself this, why folks who never believed in their own idea got the most energy to talk you off yours? It ain't always envy. Sometimes it's grief. They grieving the person they didn't become. But if you let their grief be your guidance, you will inherit their unfinished life. Let's set a few rules, player to player. Number 1, never let spectators set your limits. If they don't pay your losses or build your systems, they don't get to cap your ceiling. Number 2, differentiate counsel from commentary. Counsel got receipts. Commentary got volume. Number 3, bet amounts that make you prepare. Not to impress, not to posture, to prepare. If the number don't make you sharpen up, it ain't a bet, it's a hobby. Number 4, protect your why. You can change strategies, you can pivot products, but don't negotiate your reason. Number 5, keep your circle of doers. You become the room you sit in. Find rooms where people that bet on themselves is normal. Everybody's scared of risk losing money, but almost nobody calculate the risk of keeping the same life. What's the cost of you not trying? What's the price on explaining to your kids why you talk safe but never model brave? I'd rather tell them, yo, I swung and missed 10 times, but I found my pitch. I found my stride. That's inheritance too. Courage is a generational asset. To anybody who's listening, who feel broken right now, I ain't here to clown you. I'm saying your healing gonna start the day you put one chip on you and sit with the discomfort. Start small if you got to, but start. You can't win a hand you ain't never bet on. And to my dreamers, the ones already counting risk on the table, remember, you ain't crazy. You committed. You ain't reckless. You responsible for your calling. You ain't loud. You just finally speaking over the noise. So when they start talking from the stands, smile and keep your eyes on the clock. When they say you doing too much, remember, they doing too little. When they call your 10,000 stupid, understand they never priced the value of your obedience. Players play, spectators say, and when the final buzzer sound, only one side got stacked. This is After Hours of Hustlers Lounge. I'm King Mar. Bet on you. Count it slow. Walk it like you prayed it. And remember the rule. It's always the ones watching the game got the most to say. But only the ones playing it get to change the score. Until next time, you already know where you at.
You've been tuned in to After Hours at Hustlers Lounge. Created, hosted, and produced by King Mar. Brought to you by Palace Productions, recorded at Palace Studios and available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else you press play. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Pull up to the spot.